Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Pisces connection reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so let's see. Let's grab a Whispers of Love and Angel Answers for an overall energy. And then we're going to get the Animal Oracle to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies coming in for you. Then we will use the Green Witch Tarot for some more messages. Okay, so Capricorn and Pisces. Capricorn and Pisces. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. We have a lot of butterflies on there too, so I feel like it's kind of that transition and that change, and that maybe it was before you didn't have faith, but now it's because you was being a little more on the negative side, so now it's like being on the positive side and having faith about a situation that's going on between the two of you, or having faith in the relationship. All right, Angel Answers for Capricorn and Pisces. Angel Answers for Capricorn and Pisces. Remain positive. Perfect, right? Having faith and remaining positive. So whatever is going on between the two of you, you have to make sure that if you want to get past this, that you remain positive, that you have faith, that you look at the positive things, that you believe in it, that's the energy you're in. If you're in the negative energy and you're saying this can't work out, or this won't work out, or this person's going to hurt me, or this is all going to go wrong, then this is the energy that you're manifesting. This is the energy that you're putting out, and this is the energy that you're going to receive back. So I feel like one or both of you need to remain positive, and you need to have faith, and you need to make sure that you're aware of the energy that you are putting out in this relationship, that it's positive, right? And if it's negative, then why is it negative, right? What needs to be changed? What needs to be looked at if it's negative? Okay, what you may possibly be struggling with is slow and steady wins the race. I feel like maybe somebody's rushing something. Maybe sometimes, relationships, they kind of move forward a little bit too fast, and both parties aren't really at the same spot in the relationship. And is that something that you need to look at, right? Is that something that needs to be discussed? What you need to look at is act as if. I feel like I almost feel like, are you being true to the way that you're actually feeling? Future energies, we have claim your independence. Is there someone in this relationship that feels that maybe they need a little bit more independence in this relationship? Sometimes, there may be one person that kind of likes their space, and one person who really likes to, spend all of their time with that other person. I mean, sometimes that happens. And it's not that the person who wants their space doesn't care about the other person. It's just like, for their own personal preference, they kind of like to have more space. And is that what is that what you need to work on? Is that what you need to remain positive about and have faith in? But that's definitely something that needs a lot of conversation, that needs a lot of compromise, that needs a lot of, talk about how can we work past this. That if you have that connection with that person and you really care about that person, and you're like, yes, I see a future with this person, but this is kind of an obstacle in our way. How do we get past this? All right. What else is Capricorn and Pisces struggling with? Okay. We have the Seven of Swords here, and he was on the hunt. He was very successful. She has her arms crossed, and she's waiting for this person to come in, and there's a skunk that is distracting. So I feel like, is there somebody who is distracted? Is there somebody who's kind of not really putting a lot of effort in here? And is there somebody that's kind of standing there waiting because they want to spend a lot of time? And does this person want to have their independence, right? Does this person like to go out and do their own things? But this person gets irritated by it, right? Is that what's, I kind of feel like that's what's going on in this relationship. And underneath that, we had the Ten of Swords. And I feel like it's kind of figuring out those solutions, right? You're having trouble with figuring out, how do we get past this? Having trouble with, okay, one person has one view of how the relationship should go, the other person has another view of how the relationship should go, but yet I feel there's a connection between the two of you. We have number 14, which is the Siddhi, and that's temperance. I feel like somebody's not being patient, somebody's being agitated by this situation and is not remaining positive, right? And is not having faith. That is, I feel like somebody may be at the end of their rope. They're like, how are we going to deal with this, right? What you need to look at is the Queen of Cups, your emotions, your feelings. Is somebody being sensitive? But I also feel like you taking that time to yourself to figure out, how do you really feel about this relationship? Is this something that you want to move forward with? Dealing with those difficult situations, right? The Page of Swords is dealing with those difficult, harder situations. It's not easy, right? It's not easy, but that, I feel, shows how the health of the relationship is because being able to deal with the tougher situations. Somebody's on guard here, right? Because he's kind of standing there. He's got his arms braced on the table. He's kind of looking around. He's questioning things. Not really sure. I just feel like there's some doubt here in this relationship. There's some things going on here that need to be worked through. We have the Harvest, number 20, which is the Harvest, which is this future energy. I feel like once this is able to work out, right, and the person who wants independence feels so much better, and the person who didn't want that, want the independence, I feel like they understand why the person who does want to be more independent needs that it's not, sometimes we feel like if someone doesn't spend time with us, or someone doesn't want to always be with us, because that's how we see things and that's how we show love, is that we always want to be with that person. But when the other person doesn't want that and they want their space, we kind of take that personally, and we say, oh, well, then I guess that person doesn't love me as much as I love them, because they don't want to always be around me. But no, that does not mean that. That just means that their way of dealing with it, their way is different from our way, and we have to be accepting of that, right? That they actually do love us, because they know they do love the other person, because they know that they need that time to themselves to do their own thing and have their independence, and that makes them really happy, and that gives them positive energy towards us. So over here we have the man. He has a big smile on his face, and then she has her platter and everything, and she's like happier, because I feel like the two of you have been able to work this out, that it's an understanding. And that's why communication is so important, to say that it's not that I want my independence because I want to be away from you. It's because I need that time for me to recharge, so that I can be happier and I can enjoy our time that we have together. All right, something has to be rebuilt here. Something has to change. And it's rebuilding, but I feel like it's stronger and better, because we have the Tower here, but yet we have the sun that is bursting through this. We have the sun that wants to come through, because somebody has put walls up around them, and the sun wants to come out, and it's breaking down those walls so that the sun can shine in this relationship. I love it. And the Ace of Cups, I feel like this relationship is being almost like reborn, like it's being, those adjustments are happening, but I feel like the connection is stronger, because I feel like you understand each other more. We have the Three of Pentacles. Work. It takes work to work on a relationship, and sometimes when in the beginning or at some points things are okay, but then things change. So it's like you both have to adjust to that change, that maybe before that person didn't need that independence, but now this person does, but it's not in a negative way against the other person. It's because they're looking out for their own needs. And that's important within a relationship, is that you look out for your own needs within a relationship. and that the other person understands why that person needs that, or why that person is doing that, because it really makes the relationship stronger. All right, what else have we got between Pisces and Capricorn? Choosing what's important to you, so that I just feel like in this card here, I feel like it's, you know, the Four of Pentacles can be that you're shutting down, you're blocking positive things, that you're not interested. But I also feel like it's choosing for you, right? Choosing what's best for you. And I feel like it goes back to claiming your independence. Looking at the positive. Yeah, relationships are difficult, but it's looking at those opportunities and looking at the positive, and what are those things that can be changed to make this relationship even stronger. Again, what is that's going on in your head? Like I was saying, are you putting out positive energy, or are you putting out negative energy? We have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings and new starts and a new look. And that also can represent the physical connection that you have between each other, that maybe, you know, once you get through the emotional stuff, that the physical stuff, right? Because we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So it could be those emotions, that those feel better, and that turns into the physical connection of the relationship also. I love it. The Two of Wands, those initial first steps, right? Opening those doors to the new possibilities of this relationship. Sometimes, this is the Pisces card, so I feel like that definitely represents, you know, Pisces. But I also feel like it's sometimes we can't really see where it's going, but we have this feeling inside that we know that we're making the positive changes, that we know that we're tearing down the walls in order for the sun to come out, that the opportunities start to come in for us, things start to happen, and sometimes it's just a little bit at a time. But every positive thing that happens, it's to embrace that and enjoy that and to focus on that, right? And to not turn things around to the negative. Having that faith and that belief in the relationship is very important, but also having that sturdy base, right? The Hierophant is about having that sturdy base and knowing that, you know, this is a strong relationship, and it can weather those storms. We have the King of Swords, which is finding those solutions, thinking about things, analyzing things, what can be changed, what can be worked on, right? What are those changes that we can make to achieve this Ace of Cups and achieve that happiness? I love it. All of the possibilities, I feel like it's dreamy, and it opens up the doors, and there's new possibilities, and it's focusing on the positive and working things out within the relationship, right? That's what relationships are, is, you know, trying to figure out those things that work for both of you. Wheel, change. There's big change in this relationship, but I feel like it's positive, right? It'll be positive if that's how you see it and that's how you work on it. It'll be negative if that's how you see it and that's what you do. So it's all about that outlook. All right, let's close out with a Whispers of Healing. Self-love, exactly, right? Claim your independence, having that self-love, making those choices that are best for you, making sure that you're paying attention to what it is that you need within the relationship, that is satisfied, that is taken care of, so that way you can feel happy and you can feel recharged and you can give that to your partner, right? It's important to have that in a relationship, that you shouldn't give all of yourself to the other person. You have to give to yourself also. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.